get ready with me while I talk about some of my biggest pieces of advice for packing for college. So I think my first piece of advice is to definitely, don't sleep on the moving bags. I know a lot of people use them and they are a bit expensive now. They were definitely cheaper before, but definitely invest in them. I think that's helped a lot with my packing in the past couple days. The fact that I can just label a bag and say, oh yeah, this bag is bedding, this bag is decor, stuff like that. It'll also make it easier when I actually move in, so that I'm able to just be like, oh, okay, this is the bag for cleaning supplies or something, and then I know I can just take that bag and put all that stuff in one place. So definitely check on Amazon. I think IKEA also has moving bags, so just stuff like that. My second piece of advice is to take everything out of its box. I know you kind of want to hang on to the boxes. I do too, but it takes up so much space, especially if you do get moving bags. It's not all gonna fit. 3 boxes is enough to fill up the whole bag, depending on the size. So definitely try and take stuff out of the box. Take this advice with a grain of salt though, because if the item is fragile, so if it's a lamp or something, you might want to have it wrapped or have a way to keep it safe and intact when you're moving in. So you might need to keep the box. So I have two lamps. I have 2 lamps. And both of those I opened it, made sure it was working, and then I kept it back in the box. That's just gonna be most helpful. My third piece of advice is to make a list of everything you are gonna need for college. So whether that be clothes, shoes, bedding, stuff like that, know what you're gonna need to pack so that you can prevent yourself from having to take multiple trips to the store. I myself had to take a decent amount of trips to the store, and I still actually need to go to the store, but I have most of what I need at this point. And I think a lot of that is due in part to the fact that I had already made a list and made a spreadsheet. If you want the link to the spreadsheet, just comment and I'll send it to you. Another thing to remember when you have a list is that you should be keeping track of what you do have and what you don't have. So some of the stuff I'm sure you already have in your house, like cleaning supplies. If you have extra, you can just take that with you, talk to your family about it. I think that'll also be helpful and prevent you from spending more money than you need to spend. Because a lot of people end up buying stuff and you go home and you find out you have it. So definitely try and communicate with your family and make sure that you're not buying stuff that you already have. My fourth tip is to keep in touch with your roommate. If you have one, make sure that you're talking to them, deciding who's bringing what, stuff like that, because certain things you don't need 2 of. Some things you do, so obviously keep that in mind, but a lot of things you guys can just share. So whether that's one person gets a mini fridge, one person gets microwave, someone gets a broom, someone gets Clorox wipes, stuff like that. It helps a lot to make sure that the burden isn't just on one person. And yeah, and I recommend that over splitting the cost, because if you split the cost, who's taking it home at the end of the semester or the end of the year? So keep that in mind. My 5th tip, make sure that you're packing clothes that fit the weather of the school you're going to. So honestly, yes, obviously anywhere you go, it can be warm, it can be cold, depending on the school. But a lot of times people don't prepare clothes wise. They're buying clothes that maybe if they're from Florida, they wear shorts and tanks a lot, right? But then if you're going to a school UPenn, it's gonna be freezing cold in the winter. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you get a nice jacket, winter boots, stuff like that. But also don't pack too much. That's actually my 6th tip. Don't overpack. You don't need all the things you think you're gonna need. I'm even trying to tell myself this. You're not gonna need all of it. You're gonna end up, you have a washer and a dryer, so you're gonna be able to wash your stuff and wear it more than once. So don't overpack. Try and bring a lot of, or buy a lot of things that are storage items. A lot of the time, people's rooms are messy or dorms aren't as clean because you probably lack storage. So just keep that in mind, whether it's to get a rolling cart, shelves that you can hang on with command hooks or something that your school allows. That's going to be very helpful when you're packing for college and you're like, oh wait, like all this extra stuff, like, okay, you brought cleaning supplies, where is that going to go? Because obviously, like, you're going to need that throughout the year. So I definitely recommend getting like storage items. There's also like storage bins. You can get the ones with wheels or without. But before you get that, make sure that your school isn't already giving you those, because at least for UPenn, we have like a couple of like under bed storage like things. So I personally, I'm not getting a like rolling storage, like the clear storage boxes, the 3-tier one at the moment. If I get there and I realize that I do need it, then I'll get it. And that actually leads to my next tip. Don't feel like you have to get everything all at once. Once you're in school, your school probably has an Amazon locker, so you can always, order stuff and get it shipped there, rather than carrying all this stuff and buying all this stuff and not using it, and then the return date has already passed, and you're just out of like out of a couple $100s at that point. So I definitely recommend, don't buy everything at once. Just wait. My next tip isn't just packing in general. This is like specifically for clothes. Bring the sneakers. If you don't have sneakers that fit or that you like or anything, go get some, please. You will be walking so much to and from class, to and from the dining hall, to and from stores, whatever. You're gonna need the sneakers. I know in high school it was easy to just like, wear like, some cute shoes like Air Forces or Converse, but I promise you, those are not gonna support your feet as much as you want them to. So just get some nice sneakers. You're probably gonna wear them every single day, and that's okay because everyone else will be too. Another thing I recommend is getting something to make your room smell nice. I personally got like scent packets. If you have a roommate, you can also ask them, make sure they like the smell, because some people don't like certain smells, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, definitely get scent packets. A lot of dorms like don't burn a candle that you plan on lighting. That's very dangerous. Please don't do that. Instead, get like a candle warmer so that it like you can still smell it without any fire involved. That's another great way to have your room smell nice. It also helps you personalize your dorm a bit so that it's more like you. And then my last tip is to have fun. Enjoy the process. I want to say that you're only ever going to pack for college once, but that's actually not true. You're going to be packing a couple of times, but this is your first time leaving home, most likely, unless you had a different type of circumstance. But just make sure you're enjoying it. Make sure that you're not putting too much stress on yourself. Obviously, nothing is perfect. You may forget something. You may get to your dorm and realize you need something, or realize you don't need something, but at least you've learned the lesson of what you need and what you don't need. If you have any other questions about college, drop them down below.